My toxic sister-in-law fat-shamed me, so I told everyone the truth about her perfect body. She came to Thanksgiving wearing a cream silk blouse and a practiced smile, and within 40 minutes she looked at my plate, then at me, then back at my plate, and said loud enough for the whole table to hear, "Wow, second helpings already? Good for you for not caring." My husband Dex froze mid-bite. His mother Paulette stared at the centerpiece. His brother Garrett found something fascinating on the wall. Nobody said a word. Her name was Britta, 34, blonde, former competitive gymnast who made sure you knew it within 6 minutes. First time I met her, 4th of July cookout 2 years before this. She shook my hand, looked me up and down like she was appraising furniture, and said, "Dex always had such an interesting type." I was 29, and the kind of person who spends the drive home thinking of what she should have said. I told myself she was nervous around new people. At Christmas that year she watched me pass on the eggnog and said, "Oh, are you dieting?" I didn't want to say anything, but I think that's really great. I was holding water. At Dex's birthday she stood next to me for photos, put her arm around my shoulder, and said into my ear, "Make sure you stand a little behind me so you don't look as wide." I stepped out of frame. Dex said she had trouble reading rooms. At Easter she went around the table explaining what each dish would do to your blood sugar. When she got to me she paused. "I could put you in touch with my nutritionist. I think it would really change your life." I said no thank you. She said, "Okay, just think about it," like I hadn't answered. My name is Cress. Engaged to Dex 7 months, and the closer our wedding got, the more specifically her comments seemed aimed at the fact that I'd be standing in photographs next to her forever. 2 weeks before Thanksgiving, she texted asking what I was wearing to dinner. I said a burgundy wrap dress. She sent a smiling emoji and then, "That's so fun. By the way, A-line is really forgiving if you want to try something different." I stared at that for 90 seconds. Then I screenshotted it. Now here we were at Thanksgiving, and something in me clicked into a different mode. I looked at Britta and smiled. I love that you feel comfortable enough to say things like that out loud. Something behind her expression flickered. That night, Dex said he'd talk to Garrett. Garrett talked to Britta. Britta texted that she was sorry if I'd taken her comment the wrong way, and that she hoped we were good. If I'd taken it the wrong way, my best friend Una read it and said that wasn't an apology. That was a receipt for one Britta hadn't sent. 3 weeks before that Thanksgiving, my coworker Petra had come back from a bachelorette weekend in Scottsdale, and sat across from me in the break room looking like she had something to say. She'd been on the trip with Britta. She said that at the pool, while Britta was in the bathroom, 2 women who'd known her longer started talking. One said Britta had been in a residential program for an eating disorder at 22, and had been in and out of treatment since. Petra felt uncomfortable with how Britta talked about food around me. I thought about the nutritionist comment, the A-line text, second helpings already. I decided that if Britta was going to make my body her dinner table commentary, she was going to find out I wasn't without information of my own. Christmas dinner, 11 people, Paulette's good china, candles. Britta arrived looking prepared for a photo shoot. Warm, charming, helping carry dishes. For 45 minutes I thought we might get through it. Then desserts came out. I took a slice of chocolate tart. Britta watched me pick up my fork. "Cress, do you want to hear something that changed my life? My nutritionist says sugar is basically..." Britta, just her name. She stopped. "I need you to not do that." She tilted her head. "I was just sharing something helpful." "You've been sharing helpful things for 2 years," I said. "Comments about my plate, my dress, my body, the A-line text. I'm asking you to stop." She smiled tightly and looked around the table the way she always did, waiting for the room to arrange itself. That was when I said it. Britta had no idea that what I said next would change everything. Not just for that dinner, but for the rest of the year. Full story is only on Spotify. Search Lomu Stories. It's free.